So, welcome everybody. One of the first streams we've done on the channel, and we're going to be talking about WWE 2K26 in all its glory, or perhaps maybe not so much of its glory. You guys let me know down below in the comments section just how excited you are for this game. Pop a like, say hello. This is your stream for us to talk together all about WWE 2K26 and just if you're excited for it, how you're feeling the release cycle has been so far, the graphics, the models, the features, the price, I know has been a bit of a sticking point at the moment. Let me know if the stream, if you can hear me absolutely fine, and just how fluid it's been. Like I say, I'm just kind of getting used to the actual live streaming side of things. But the first thing I want to talk about with WWE 2K26 is the release cycle itself. How do you feel it's gone? How do you feel WWE 2K26 has marketed the game? Now, a lot of us YouTube creators do kind of get tarred with the same brush that we're glazing over the game, and I think glazing and excitement is different. You know, we're allowed to be excited for the next iteration of the game. Many people say that we're overexcited, or WWE 2K actually pay us to say nice things about the game, which just isn't the case at all. You know, none of the none of the big WWE 2K content creators get paid, all the way from Assemble to Smack Talks to Brian G to just Brian, sorry. You know, the pro wrestling shoot, none of them get paid. We are just excited for the game that we love, which is very much what it's all about, isn't it? It's about getting excited for the next game. You know, anyone that plays EAFC, anyone that plays Call of Duty, everyone is always excited for the next game. And that's just the way of life, isn't it? You know, like I say, guys, let me know down in the comment section how the stream is doing, if it's glitchy, if you can't hear me all right. SideQuest Society, let me know what the stream's like, if you can hear me fine, and anyone else that is watching. But the marketing for this game, I don't think has been that good. We get the odd entrance, we get the odd, you know, picture, we get the odd little bit of information. I thought we were going to get a lot more information when it came to when CM Punk took over the WWE 2K account. We saw, you know, AJ Lee's image, we saw the showcase. We still don't know any of the superstar ratings. We still don't have a fully released roster. If you go to the WWE 2K account or to their website, you can actually see their roster and you can actually see what the roster looks like. But other than that, you know, we don't know. We know a few features. We know the matches that are in the game. Have we seen any of these matches actually take place via a few snippets and a few seconds from the WWE 2K, you know, showcase trailer, from the game reveal? We've not seen superstars say "I quit." We've not seen an Inferno match. We've not seen superstars catch fire. We've not really seen how a dumpster match works. Although we do know we're going to be able to have that ringside and in the NXT car parking lot as well. But there is still so much, and with what, less than a month to go before this game actually releases, and for the price that they are commanding, I don't think it's good enough, if I'm totally honest. You know, the 2K dev team are hardworking people, and they don't deserve any hate or any negativity put towards their way on social media, on any kind of platform out there. But they have to expect that people are going to get frustrated when they want to charge all the way up to $150 to $60 for a game, a AAA game, which is a current generation console exclusive. They're charging us a lot of money. It's hi, is it Stortzaj? Stortzaj. We're just talking about the marketing of the game and how poor it's been at the moment. You know, there's lots of things missing that we don't know about. Lots of matches that we haven't seen take place. You know, we barely know any superstars that are. Well, we know half the roster, if that. You know, we don't know if all the NXT superstars made it into the game. So the prices that they're charging us, or attempting to charge us, when it comes to 150 to £60, you know, I don't think that's good enough. Again, let me know down in the live chat what you think. If £150 for a game that releases in less than a month is good enough for the information that we have been given. And again, we're talking about us content creators are glazing. Apparently, we're not glazing over a game. We're just excited, and that's what I'm saying. Like, guys, let us know how you feel the game is. How, well, not the game, but how you think the cycle is, the release, the marketing strategy behind it. is not all that good. You know, the superstars that we have seen look fantastic. The Blake Monroes, the Ricky Saints, they're great. But why not show us more? They've obviously done some good work there. You know, superstars potentially like Liv Morgan could do with a little bit more work. And I thoroughly believe that behind the scenes, they are doing that. But I don't know. You guys let me know down below. What do you think the WWE 2K marketing team should be doing? Do you think they should be releasing more superstar entrances, perhaps every day, a couple a day? Do you think potentially they should be giving us a lot more information about the new match types, about the gameplay, about how grapples are going to be working? Because we know so little about the game. So little about the game. And it's something that I don't even think they know what they're doing with their marketing strategy. And I'm not trying to hate on them. I'm not trying to uh, cause them any hate or send them any grief on the social medias. I know a lot of the development team work hard on this game, but we're not seeing that hard work. We're getting very limited information. I know we're getting Universe Mode news on Monday and potentially more news when it comes to the Creation Suite, but that's not good enough, really, is it? It really isn't. So, like I say, this is your moment to let me know down in the comment section. Let's go ahead to the comment section and just see what people are saying. Do you think the AJ Lee entrance was from an old build? I don't think so. I think because that is such an old build. I don't think she's mocapped, but I think they will definitely Lieutenant Dan have updated that entrance. It's got to be updated because what she was last in a game in WWE 2K14, if I know my WWE 2Ks. Retro Madness says I'm hoping for Ariana Grace. Otom and Jasper Troy. Yeah, I know what you mean. You're hoping for more NXT superstars, and I truly do believe that we will be getting a increased NXT roster, and hopefully every single superstar in that NXT roster, because why should they miss out? They're part of the company, and if we're going to be getting TNA and AAA superstars start to trickle in to WWE 2K26, along with a whole host of Attitude Era superstars and a load of potential superstars legends or the legend superstars coming into the game. You know, we're supposed to be getting over 400 superstars. Let's say 80 of them are going to be multiples of superstars we've already got. So like the several John Cena's, the several CM Punks we're going to be getting, 2 AJ Lees, 2 Kanes, 4 Undertakers. You know, that's 320 superstars we're going to be getting in this year's edition of the game. Where are they? Because on the 2K website, which you can see, we've probably got 50 that have been named on there, and 50 is what? Not even a third of the superstars that we're going to be getting. So where are these other 320 plus the 80 with the variants of current superstars that we've got? Where are they? Where are they? Like, it's not good enough. We need to be getting several superstar reveals, several entrance reveals. I'm not saying let's do the ratings straight away. WWE 2K normally do very good rating reveals. The superstars come out, react to their ratings, they're in character, and it's quite funny a lot of the time. So, Devin Santiago, I hope for a proper Kevin Nash Outsiders attire like Bash at the Beach in 1996. Why not? Why can't we have that? Why can't we have nice things, people? Uh, I'm definitely excited for the game. I'm just curious on who's going to be in it. I saw that they have almost 200 superstars, but I'm still also excited on the ragdoll and the new weapons and arenas. Yeah, and we're going to talk about some of the gameplay features as we go on throughout this video. So that's all something to look forward to in this stream. Make sure you do pop a like on the stream as well. Support us. Get the comments down below. If you want to do a super chat, then we'll get those comments out faster than the others. Lieutenant Dan said, the real YeetMania, do you think they fixed Jey Uso crowd yeet? Yeah, I think definitely. I think that's why they haven't shown us that. They need to fix that. I know what you mean with the audience look 2D, don't they? Yeeting away. I think they fixed that. It has to be in a current generation exclusive. They cannot have the crowd acting like they do. Now, I know the crowd haven't had much love, and I know the crowd still look the same basic and not very good way that they did over the last few years, but I think that has to be something that is fixed because it got a lot of hate last year, a whole ton of hate. Do I think they fixed crowd? I've read that one. 400 plus superstars. There's no excuse for 2K not to include a massive NXT roster. For me, the minimum has to be every single NXT superstar is in the game. Not superstars that maybe joined a month ago or anything like that. And I think Royce Keys is a prime example. I think Royce Keys obviously debuted in the Royal Rumble. We know he's going to be, I believe he's going to be put up onto the main roster. So for me, that means that he will be a DLC. And obviously with the DLC that they're doing this year, like the Season Pass or the Battle Pass as they're calling it, I think Royce Keys will be a DLC, perhaps maybe August, September time. They get him scanned, they get him mocapped, they'll get an entrance sorted for him, and he will be in the game later on in the year. I think that's probably the benefit of having this new DLC cycle. We're not just waiting for 5 packs which are predetermined. We can get anybody at any time, anywhere. So for me, I think Royce Keys is definitely going to be in the game, but I think it will be a few months down the line. Let me know what you think about getting the people like Royce Keys and the NXT superstars. Do we get the Hardy Boys and Matt Cardona? I think if we are going to get them, I think they're going to be in DLC, probably an early DLC. They're all going to have models, because they've been in previous games. So they're obviously all going to be old models that they could potentially touch up and put into the game. I'd love to get more up-to-date versions, but the Hardy Boys have been on NXT. While they were on NXT, did they get scanned? Did Matt Cardona get scanned whilst he was on SmackDown the other day? We're not going to know, are we? Because we're not privy to this information, and the 2K devs are keeping a lot of information still under wraps and under their hats. But the Hardy Boys, I do believe, will be in the game. We've got Lita on the Attitude Era wearing her Team Extreme necklace. So if the Hardy Boys aren't going to be in the game, why are they including a member of Team Extreme with the Hardy Boys logo and not actually adding them? And they have photoshopped that game image. They photoshopped Triple H's pec. We knew he tore his pec, and they actually fixed it up so it looks a bit more bulkier, a bit more muscly. So for me, they have to do it. They cannot get away with not including the Hardy Boys. They were a massive feature of the Attitude Era, and they were one of the biggest tag teams in that. Speaking of the biggest tag teams, or some of the biggest tag teams in the Attitude Era, Edge and Christian, I understand why they will not be in the game. Because they are contracted to AEW. They're not going to be able to get their likeness, they're not going to be able to get their rights because they are in AEW, contracted to a completely outside company. So no, they will not be in the game. A lot of people were saying because there was the deal with Billy Gunn, and Billy Gunn was obviously in WWE 2K25, having been or still being in AEW. I believe that's all due to a Legends contract and the contract that they have for that version of Billy Gunn. Whether he actually got a say, whether he would be in the game, or AEW got to get involved in that and say yes or no. I can't imagine them being too happy with their superstar being in a WWE game. But we just don't know people, do we? We're not going to know. We're not going to be privy to these conversations. But I do believe we are going to be getting a much bigger roster. I do believe we are going to be getting the majority of the NXT superstars. We've got Blake Monroe, who looks fantastic. We've got Ricky Saints, who looks really good. And I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of the NXT superstars have been mocapped. I could imagine them all being called in to the studios and all getting mocapped at the same time. Or, one after another over a week or something like that. So I would be really, really excited for WWE 2K26 and the roster that they are going to deliver for us, because I think it is going to be the biggest. I think it is going to be the best. One of the things that we'll touch on will be attires very, very shortly, but I do want to get through more of your comments. And Retro Madness says, do you think Evolve Superstars will be in the game? I don't think they're going to be in the game. I think the 400 Superstars is going to be capped at the NXT, Raw, SmackDown, Legends, Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars Superstars, and of course all of the variants. I think if you start involving Evolve, potentially we're going to be getting AAA and the likes of TNA as well. So that is a lot of Superstars. So for me, Evolve misses out. Can we get a yeet from Mr. YeetMania? You can get a yeet. Yeet! And did you see screenshot of the Street Profits? Yeah, the Street Profits look really, really good. And that's what I'm saying. These superstars look amazing. But we're getting drip-fed images. We're getting drip-fed entrances. Be proud of what you've done. Pop 2 or 3 out in a day. Pop 2 or 3 entrances out. Get us excited, because, a lot of us content creators have the X feed loaded up. Have the 2K website loaded up. Just waiting to help them promote the game. We want to talk about all of this information. We want to get people excited about the game, and they're restricting a massive, massive part of the fan base who are watching content creators, who are checking the X feeds and the Instagram accounts, and are in their Discord, and it's like a tumbleweed. It's just rolling by. Start pumping out that information. Like I say, we've got, 19 days for the pre-order to open up? get people excited about it. Get them wanting to rush online and buying the game, spending their hard-earned cash. You know, you're commanding £150 for the Monday Night Wars game, $150 for the Monday Night Wars game. You're not getting people excited about spending that much money because you've not released all the information, and you're trickling and trickling and waiting for this news to drop. You know, I can't imagine too many people want to spend £150 on a game that they know very little information about. So I don't know what's going on there, guys. I really don't. But let's go and read some more of your comments. Storzage, I will not be happy if Vince McMahon is in the game. He should be in jail. I'm not going to talk about politics or anything like that. I think if you're advertising the Attitude Era, surely Vince McMahon's got to be in it in some capacity. Very, very much a big, big part of that Attitude Era. Almost spearheaded it and led the roster into that realm. So I would be very, very disappointed if he wasn't in the game. But I understand a lot of people's politics and a lot of the, you know, news regarding Vince McMahon. The Real Phantom Zone, are we going to get a universe mode from you soon? Yes, we will be doing universe mode once again. Of course, WWE 2K26, the universe mode, complete with draft, complete with all new matches. We'll be starting off with the Royal Rumble. And I want to let you guys know as well, you can get involved in our universe mode. You can become a channel member at the Yeet Maverick level, and we will be doing wheel spins. Those wheel spins will actually give a superstar and give a member an assigned superstar. If that superstar wins Royal Rumbles, championships, Money in the Banks, if they win King of the Rings, if they win big giant rivalries, there's prizes up for grabs, guys. Literally WWE merchandise. So get involved, become a member here on the channel at the Yeet Maverick level. Thank you, Real Phantom Zone, for that kind of plug and that lead in. But yeah, you guys can actually get involved in an interactive WWE 2K26 universe mode. Hit the join button on the homepage, join at the Yeet Maverick level, and you will be assigned a WWE superstar. And that will probably take place over the next week or two. So keep an eye on the channel. Make sure you do subscribe, because we've got all the WWE 2K26 information as it drops, and an interactive WWE 2K26 universe mode. Retro Madness, I wonder if Mr. Iguana will be base game since he was teased. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I'm not quite sure the AAA superstars or the TNA superstars are going to be base level game or base release. I would like to think so, and I would like to hope so. But I do think they're going to be DLC packs. I think we're going to have to grind for them, and I think that's just because, one, their popularity, it will get people grinding, and two, they're going to be a bit of like a carrot at the end of the stick. You're going to have to go through the showcase, or you're going to have to grind a few hours of the game to get them. I think that's how you get the longevity out of the game. I think that's how you actually get people playing the game. So I understand where you're coming from. I would definitely love to have Mr. Iguana and Vikingo Del Rio, who I do believe is going to be in the game, but we don't know. We generally don't know, and that's all of us content creators. You know, from the very top, like Assemble and Smack Talks, and you know, just Brian. It's at the moment up in the air, but I would be surprised if they were there on the first day. Moving on, Lieutenant Dan says, Real YeetMania, do you think we get updated Logan Paul entrance, new theme, and Titantron? Again, I can't see why not. They've had a whole year, or from when his theme's changed, to get that in. They should be able to do that relatively quickly, certainly with the Trons, because I'm assuming that would just be a file that they can transfer and put in the game. Whether his actual entrance has changed, the way he comes and enters the ring, obviously that's going to have to be all developed within the gameplay. So I'm not quite sure about that. Storzage says, I got early access. I got Monday Night War edition, and that's the edition I'm going to get, Storzage, as well, because I want the early access, and I want everything. You know, with the new Battle Pass that we've got, we don't get the Supercharger anymore, so we don't get all of these superstars from day one. They have said it's not going to take too long to get all of these superstars. You know, a lot of them are very early base level to get, but we've also got the Showcase, and Showcase, if you didn't know, you can actually now play a 20-man gauntlet match. And that 20-man or woman gauntlet match, because you can either be CM Punk or AJ Lee, and you can actually, if you can do it, defeat 20 superstars and unlock all of the showcase elements. So you don't have to go through each and every single match. There might be a match there, like a lot of people had trouble with the ladder match last year. A lot of people really struggled with that. I found it quite difficult. It took me 2 or 3 attempts to do it. Some people did it first time. Some people really found it difficult. So now to have a gauntlet match as CM Punk or AJ Lee, defeat 20 other superstars, and you get all the showcase goodies straight away. And I know what a lot of people are going to do, because if you're like me, and I'll follow suit, I'll do the same. You'll turn your sliders all the way down, you'll put it on easy mode, and you'll submit them, and you'll make them tap out as quick as you can. I reckon you could probably do it in about 20 minutes, half an hour. You know, as long as you don't really mess up and get yourself pinned. I genuinely think you could smash through that gauntlet match. Easy pickings. I don't know, let me know down below what you would do. And whilst you are commenting, and if you would very much like to, please make sure you do subscribe to the channel, because we are breaking all the WWE 2K26 news as and when it drops. And Monday we'll have all of the Universe Mode news for you as well. Make sure you drop a like, and of course, make sure, if you want to, become a channel member. Or, if you really want to, drop us a super chat. We don't get many super chats, and it'd be nice to have one. But anyway, the real Phantom Zone said, "Do you think who do I think will have the highest overall?" CM Punk. It's either going to be CM Punk or Cody Rhodes. Could be Roman Reigns, but I don't think he really deserves it, because he's not been on television that much this year. So I think it needs to be a superstar that's day in, day out at every single show. The cover star's CM Punk, so I think CM Punk's going to have the highest. For the men, anyway. You guys get yours down below. Get your ratings down below. Who do you think is going to have the highest overall rating from the men and the women? I think for the women, it is possibly going to be Rhea Ripley. In fact, I would go as far as to say that it is going to be Rhea Ripley. So, if it is, that's absolutely great. What I'll do, I will get a poll up on the video as well. If I can do that, let me get a poll. Why can't I get a poll? Add a stream marker. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Let's go and get a poll up on the video. Whilst I'm doing this, you guys get your comments down below with who you think is going to have the highest rating in WWE 2K26. Because I think it's going to be CM Punk and Rhea Ripley. But if you've got different ideas, I want to hear from you. But the WWE 2K26, the attires, right, they're not the best. We've got very old looking attires. We've got, you know, attires that are very outdated. They are very outdated. So something's got to give, surely. What do you think? I know Jade Cargill has actually called out the WWE 2K devs and said that she's not happy with her attire at the moment. So that could be something that's possibly getting updated. The Liv Morgan one's a little bit outdated. The majority of them are from, you know, April 2025 to October 2025, where it probably is the cutoff for these superstars and their attires. But you never know. We could, with the DLC, we could be getting attires unlocked. Obviously, we've got the likes of What the Status and all of the other amazing Create a Superstar fanatics out there. What's the Status is the biggest one out there, I would certainly say. He'll have the attires for us as well, so don't worry about superstars being outdated. In the WWE 2K26 series that we're going to be doing, we're going to have superstars in, hopefully, their more up-to-date attires. So the series will probably drop a few days after the game releases, but I can tell you what, you're not going to want to miss it, because there is nothing else like it on YouTube. Trust me. And you guys get to be involved in it as well. If you become a member at Yeet Maverick, you get assigned a superstar. You can win prizes along the way, and that's what this channel is all about. Like, I've been lucky enough to get quite a large following now. I've still got a long ways to go to get to the Assemble and Smack Talks level and just Brian. But I want to give back to you guys as the community. It is you guys that come back and check out all of the videos. So I want to give something back to you. I want to give back to the community that we have built here at YeetMania. So let's go back to some more of these comments. Lieutenant Dan says, do you think Dominic's model looks good, or do you think his face is a little off? I think Dominic's a strange one, because he's obviously recently been updated, because you saw his neck tattoo in one of the trailers and it was just the front bit under his throat or under his chin, and they've actually now made it so it's gone further up the neck. So he has been touched up fairly recently. I think that's the model we're going to get. I don't think it looked too bad. There's worse models out there, Liv Morgan. But I think he's probably done and dusted now. I think he's probably been updated. If you get the Monday Night Wars edition, what day do you get it early? True Quest. You will get it 7 days before the actual release date. So the actual release date for WWE 2K26 is, let's go and have a look for you. WWE 2K26 release date, early access. Let's check it out. WWE 2K26 release date. So it is going to be March the 6th. You will get the 13th for the standard, for the CM Punk versions, for the Monday Night Wars, the King of Kings, and the Attitude Era. It will be the 6th of March that we'll be able to get that game. So looking forward to that date. That is going to be a very exciting day, and I cannot wait to get up early on that date and actually play this game. Remember, guys, down in the comments section, let us know what superstar ratings you think they're going to be and who is going to have the highest ratings. If you do want to drop a like and subscribe, then please do so. So, next, Lieutenant Dan, do you think dominate? We've done. The heel fan X, the one peep, says, hey everybody, I want an offense and a defense attribute for chain wrestling. They can combine the two for the start-up lockup. Do you know, that's a really interesting idea. It's not one I've thought of, but it would be good to have a offensive and a defensive kind of mashup there, so you can actually have different outcomes. It would be a little bit more structured, a little bit more strategy to it as well. We haven't quite seen how chain wrestling is going to take place as far as I'm aware so far in this game. But it's interesting, and True Quest said that he likes that idea as well. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting. But next up, Lieutenant Dan said, do you think Solo and EMFTs have the new entrance? I hope so. I genuinely hope they have been updated. I hope that they have the new face paint. I hope they've got their new entrances. I hope they have got their new themes, the new Trons. If they don't, then the game's already outdated by day one. And who wants a game that's outdated on the very first day that it is out? I don't think anybody does. You want it to be the best it has been, or the best it will be from day one. Otherwise, people are just going to turn it off. They're not going to play, or they're going to have to wait for the content creators or the creator superstar legends, like What's the Status, to update superstars which should realistically be updated already. You know, the MFTs have been like they have been for a little while now. So again, I don't think there's any excuses for anyone to be outdated, you know, at least from December time, because why should they be? They shouldn't, should they? I'm just checking the video at the moment. But like I said, guys, I want every single person down in those comments section, I want you to let me know who's going to be the highest rated superstar in the game. Man or female. Go on, SideQuest Society, you let me know who you think is going to be the biggest. Who's going to be the best. But anyway, moving on. So, I want under. So let's have a look. Where are we? I like that. Oh, man, do you think you have to? Tangela Williams, hello, welcome to the live stream. You say Blake Monroe outfit entrance is T, so is Naomi. For me, they are the two best looking superstars in the game so far. Drew McIntyre also looks great. I'm looking forward to seeing his entrance and a little bit more about him as well. But he looks incredible. From what we have seen of Drew McIntyre, from the images and from the trailer, I just think he looks really good. I think there's no superstar, male superstar, that looks better than him at the moment in time. So I'm really looking forward to seeing just what some of the other male superstars are going to be like. I want to see like the likes of Cody Rhodes. I want to see the likes of Roman Reigns. Because I think they genuinely are going to look good this year. But we just haven't seen it, have we? The Real Day says, the game going to be great. Yep, absolutely. What version are you getting? Let us know what version you're getting, the Real Day. Which pre-order version are you getting? The Real Phantom Zone. I'm going to be getting the Monday Night Wars edition. It is the most expensive out of them all, but it comes with the best benefits. It comes with, obviously, the bigger roster. It comes with, you know, more superstars, more unlockables earlier. So that is the version that I'm going to be getting. What version are you going to be getting? Next one. Lieutenant Dan, I'm ready to see how Uncle Howdy looks on New Gen. And also, do you think we get the Bo Dallas character? I hope we do. I hope we get Uncle Howdy and like an unmasked Uncle Howdy where it is Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas, you know, I like their gimmick. I'm actually a big fan of Bray Wyatt. It's one of my favourite ever wrestlers. Let's get the RIPs Bray Wyatt down in the comment section, guys. Bray Wyatt is great. I genuinely think he is a fantastic superstar. I think he's he was a fantastic superstar. I think Bo Dallas has been very underutilized. I think it's been difficult for people to take on this new Wyatt 6 mantra, because I think just the legacy of Bray Wyatt is very, very good. Is very, very popular. And I think it's been hard for Bo Dallas to really carry that torch. He's done it well, but I think a lot of people want to remember Bray in their own way. So if Bo Dallas came in and did something completely different, it could be eerie, but was further away from how the Wyatt Six have been, I think it would probably be a little bit better. But I don't know, guys. You let me know down below in the comment section what you think about it. Tangela Williams, they are though. What do you mean they are though, Tangela? The High Fan X1 Peep says, female Rhea Ripley, men Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar could be a good one for being the highest rating. He's definitely going to be in the top 3 or 4. He's got to be, hasn't he? He's just an absolute beast. Excuse the pun. New face Ilya says, Kid Fud. Could be. We could be getting updated Ilya Dragunov. I know a lot of people like. See, I'm not a big Ilya fan. I know SideQuest Society. SideQuest Society, by the way, spoiler, is actually my son. So let me know how to stream his son. In terms of like quality and content, and if you can hear me all right. But Charlie, SideQuest Society, he is a big Ilya Dragunov fan. I'm not. I'm more of an LA Knight fan. Rest in peace, Spray. Thank you, Lieutenant Dan. In your sphere, any chance of getting IRS $1 Million Man Money Inc. finally? This should be the year if we're going to get it, because of the Attitude Era and the Monday Night Wars editions of the game. So they should be loading it up with legends, with you know, $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. I don't see why not. Why shouldn't we be getting that? Sidecross Society, probably Cody Rhodes, going to be the highest rated, even though I think he is overrated. Yeah, face of the company, isn't he, really? He's going to win at Mania, obviously. So I think it could be Cody Rhodes, could be Punk. I don't think it's going to be Seth Rollins. I don't think it's going to be Reigns this year. I hope they let us use the jobbers in the GM mode in Universe mode draft. That would be pretty cool. Be a nice little added bonus, really, wouldn't it? I hope they let us use. TrueQuest says, what are you looking forward to doing in the game first between showcases, my GM, and Universe mode, online, regular gameplay? TrueQuest, I'm looking forward to Universe mode. I love the sandbox version. I love creating WWE in my kind of vision and how I want it to run. You know, I love the Royal Rumbles. I love, you know, the road to WrestleMania. I love creating my own rosters. I love creating rivalries. I'm a bit of a storyteller, really. You know, I've got great experience in doing it, and I've got, you know, I've got WWE to look at. I think they do create good storytelling. I know Triple H has been hit hard recently, and I think the sort of criticism is unjust. It must be difficult to run a show with, you know, 50 odd superstars on each brand, and the staff, I think they do a good job. I genuinely do. You know, you let me know down below what you think. I hope they let us use local jobbers. Defo CM Punks is the real Phantom Zone. Going to be the highest rated. He's been so good this year. I also think that Joe Hendry will be high rated. Joe Hendry's an NXT superstar. He's probably going to be around the high 70s, low 80s, I think. He's not quite at the elite level. I don't think he's going to go in the 90s at all. Remember when Logan Paul went in like high 80s and then the next year he was in the 90s? How can Logan Paul be in the 90s? Lieutenant Dan, I think 2K27 will really show off the best of the new gen. I'm in total agreement with you, Lieutenant Dan. I genuinely think the 2K27, we're going to see bigger crowds. We are going to see better graphics, certainly with the hair. I think we're going to see better entrances. You know, we've got a mod on the screen with the curved Royal Rumble entrance. That's not in the Royal Rumble in WWE 2K26. So we can get modders creating these arenas. I don't see why the developers can't, but I think it might be due to stipulations that they have when creating the game, having space on a game, you know, when you download it. But having the curved entrance would be fantastic. Show entrances and pyros, bigger rosters, better graphical fidelity, better actions, more lifelike movement, better crowd interaction. We were talking about the crowd yeeting and how broken it was in last year's edition of the game. It better be fixed in this year's edition of the game. But if it's not, then 2K27 will be the massive overhaul when it comes to how WWE looks, or how a WWE looks in the WWE 2K26 games. So let me know what you think. What is the one feature you are most looking forward to in WWE 2K26? Is it the new roster superstars? Is it the new match types? Is it the Island 2? The Island's naff, in my opinion. I shouldn't be saying that as a content creator, but I've never played the Island. I play on PC, so I never got access to it last year. But I don't believe in and this is another one of my bugbears. We have an we have a version, the island, and it just for me it just takes away wrestling. Wrestling doesn't take place on an island with factions and Roman Reigns leading this island of relevancy, and WWE takes place in arenas across America, across the globe. Why not open up the backstage area? You know, previous games we've had locker rooms, we've had the general manager's office, we've had various different hallways, we've seen people where they do the television promos, we've had catering, we've had gym areas. Why not open up that area and create a universe mode which is totally interactive backstage? We can go and speak to the general manager, and we can go and speak to them about getting a title shot or moving brands or being unhappy with our position in the company, or going backstage and talking to our tag team partner and saying let's go after a championship, or breaking up with the tag team partner and attacking them. Still incorporate the promos within the ring, but go into catering and you see, I don't know, we see LA Knight and we're CM Punk, and we go up to we go up to LA Knight and we punch him just for the hell of it because we don't like him. But then that can cause a rivalry, and then that's how the story can start. It was that time in catering where CM Punk went over and slapped LA Knight, or then they had a couple of matches and it resulted in WrestleMania match. Or go to a merchandise store and see how well your superstar is doing in terms of popularity with the WWE Universe. Oh, he's doing really well. He is making so much money from the merchandise, and that's actually given him a better standing within the company because they obviously want to put him on TV because he's making the company a lot of money through the merchandise. I don't see why they can't incorporate that into a WWE game rather than running around a make-believe island where it totally removes the wrestling aspect for me. You might as well have an adventure game on an island. Let me know what you think. Am I doing the island a lot of, or not any justice at all? Did you guys enjoy playing the island? Because I don't like it. I don't agree with it, if I'm totally honest. It's a microtransaction filled element as well, so it's very much trying to get people to buy or spend more money on the game. They're doing that in a different way this year. But if they're going to do that in the island again this year, we're paying very expensive prices for the game. We've got a battle pass, which is expensive because you can unlock things early, so you pay more for that. Then you're going to potentially have microtransactions in my faction and the island. And to me, it just seems like a massive, massive cash grab. And I don't think it needs to be like that. I think, at least fill it with things that we want to utilize. The island is actually the least liked mode in the WWE 2K25 game. And that's factually correct. People play my faction, they play my Rise, they play my GM, they play Universe mode more than they play the island. So why they're slogging it into WWE 2K26, I will never ever know. Is it to get more money? I think that's the only reason why. Because, or we can have our own superstar and the story revolves around it. It's just a grinding fact. It's just a grinding island. You grind to unlock more. Or I can spend more money and get this t-shirt. I'd rather do that in a universe mode where actually it feels more like televised wrestling. I can go into the gorilla position, I can walk through that, and then how awesome would it be if you're backstage, you get a little alert on like a mobile phone that says your match is in 10 minutes, you have to walk to gorilla, and then as you walk out into gorilla, that's when it transitions into your actual match or your entrance, and then your match takes place. And then after the match, you actually walk out of the ring, walk back up the ramp, past the gorilla again, and then you get to go backstage again. What an open world WWE game that would be. WWE 2K devs, hit me up, mate. I'll help you make this game. I'm joking. I really am. But for me, that would be a wrestling world. And let's go through some of these comments again, because I appreciate I went on a big rant about the island there. Where are we? Lieutenant Dan, I think, yes, so that's where we got to. The Bushwhackers. I think the Bushwhackers are in this game. I generally do. I can see them being in it. I know they're popular, so I hope they do. Devin Santiago said, since Triple H 1999 is in the game, what do you rate him, and do you think they should give him a proper entrance? I think they should. I think they should give him the entrance. I think you remember the games where you could actually control the spit? You could actually do that entrance, and you could actually, I can't remember if it was how powerful it was or when he did it, but you could actually do the Triple H spit as well. It was just a tiny weeny little mini game, but it was quite fun. Real Phantom Zone, based off past events, we should replace Triple H with you. What, me? I'd get my head kicked in. In your sphere, any official news on commentary creations? Are the back to being cross-platform again? Community creations. So the consoles are all going to be lumped together again. So Switch 2, PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series. And I think PC's pretty much floating around on its own, as far as I am aware. If What's the Status is watching, he'll tell you because he is the guru when it comes to all of the community creations. I'm excited that Booker T has new lines for Trick Williams and Stephanie Vaquer, Lieutenant Dan. Well, to be fair, all of Booker T's lines are going to be new because he's a brand new commentator for the game. So it's refreshing to hear that, as well as Wade Barrett. So the game, in its audio form, is going to sound so much better than we have had it. It's just going to sound so refreshing. I don't know if we're going to be getting the 4 commentators all at once. There was, I think, in the first reveal trailer, all 4 commentators sat ringside. So that's going to be really, really good. All interacting with each other, commentating on what's going in the matches. I think that's going to be really, really good. I think what it's probably going to be is you have your SmackDown and your Raw superstars, and then at special maybe PLEs, all 4 will come out. I could be wrong, but it would be awesome if they did. Sidequest Society said the real Phantom Zone. I agree. True Quest said CM Punk highest overall. Rhea Ripley is probably the overall for the women's, but I would love to see Raquel Rodriguez be the highest overall. I do like Raquel. I don't know if she's there yet at being the highest overall women's superstar. She's not a champion. I know she has a championship match. So I don't think Raquel's up there. I think Liv will be higher. Liv's definitely going to be the highest at the Judgment Day. Then Raquel, and then probably Roxanne. But that would be cool. Do we get an updated New Day Austin Theory? The New Day have been updated their attires. You saw in the trailer where Devon Dudley put, I think it was Kofi Kingston for a table. You can see he's actually got brand new attire. So that is really good. It's nice to see an updated New Day. GWJ Wab said, I think so. TrueQuest sent 1 YeetMania gift membership. That is awesome. Thank you very much. Someone has been gifted a membership. So absolutely fantastic, TrueQuest. Remember, you guys, if you do want to become members, head to the main screen, click join, become Yeet Maverick if you want to be involved in our interactive WWE 2K26 series, where you will be assigned a superstar, and depending on how good your superstar does or is, you will win prizes. So if you get Drew McIntyre, who's on the screen, and he wins the World Heavyweight Championship, he'll win you some prizes. So it's worth it. In the same breath, you might get Akira Tozawa, but he might win a tag team championship and win you some prizes. But you didn't think Akira Tozawa would win you anything? The Heel Fan X again. Honestly, Devin Santiago, I don't use the younger versions of the wrestlers. I just use the present day versions. I also do that as well. I use the current day versions because I think it's brilliant. And it's more modern day television and it's more up-to-date storytelling. Sometimes I bring the legends back, so I will bring the likes of like Trish Stratus back. I'll bring like Batista back because I think that's cool and it's something that would happen in real life. When I do universe mode, I'm going to make 2 datas, one for Monday Night Wars, and the second is going to be early 2005-26. Yeah, that's cool. A lot of people do that. They create universe modes in the image of like the Attitude Era, which is going to be the biggest year that we're going to be able to do that. That is going to be brilliant because we can actually have 2 eras in our universe modes now, one current and one nostalgic. Devin Santiago, I'm going to make one with a bunch of present day guys from community creations like Christian Cage, Kusida, Josh Alexander, Hurt Syndicate, and Tomko. Yeah, why not? You guys, we all want to create WWE in our own image. And this is what this game is absolutely brilliant at doing. And why wouldn't it be? But guys, down below, let me know, in universe mode, in your drafts, who are going to be the first superstars that you draft in. I think for me, I'm going to draft in... Who am I going to draft in first? Probably going to be LA Knight. I love the guy. I think he's great. I think it's an absolute travesty they have not put a WWE Championship on him. The crowd love him. He literally sells tickets for them. He was the most #1 sought after person they wanted to win the Royal Rumble. So I don't understand why he doesn't get more love from the company. I don't think Triple H is massively high on him, if I'm honest. And I don't understand it. Guys, just a little check-in with the stream. Can you just let me know if it's laggy or how I sound, if you can hear me okay? But I do want to say a big thank you to each and every single one of you for joining, because this is the first time I have done this for a long time. You know, you guys are sending memberships, you're dropping those likes, you're subscribing in your droves. I can see the subscriber count going up, and all it does is boost streams. We'll be doing more giveaways, so get involved because it is all down to you that I get to do this, and it is brilliant. But yes, Universe Mode. I really am looking forward to Universe Mode this year with the live drafts, with the promos, with the new match types. It's going to be brilliant. It really, really is. I see Tangela Williams receive the gift membership by TrueQuest as well. So TrueQuest, thank you very much, you absolute legend. Where do we get to? What about current USO entrance? I don't know what the USO entrance is going to be like. I couldn't actually tell you. I I hope it goes well, or I hope it's as good as it can be. But I would not hold my breath on that. Next, I'm really hoping for Mr. Kennedy, says Lieutenant Dan. I don't know if Mr. Kennedy is going to be in the game. I don't think WWE and him are on good terms. I think WWE actually have kind of banished him from the games because they have such a irreconcilable relationship. So Mr. Kennedy, I think we're just going to have to hope that the Creator Wrestler guys create him. Then I'll use some of the same guys like Ange, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, and William Regal. Yeah, they're all good superstars. They'll all be in the game as well. Yeah, they're all good superstars. They'll all be in the game as well. The heel fan X, is that it's not lagging the stream? Can you let me know? The stream's all good. Everything looks good and sounds good. Thank you guys for letting me know. On mine it was coming up a bit laggy, but it might be because I've got a few things up on the computer. Frostbite, welcome. Welcome, nice to see you. I have pre-ordered the standard. I really hope we get Matt and Jeff Hardy. We've spoken about the Hardy Boys. I think they're coming to the game. I think DLC, perhaps maybe even in the first few packs. Same with Mr. Iguana. Same with a lot of the other TNA and AAA superstars. I just think they're really good. Hey, TrueQuest, just become a member here. He's a YeetManiac, so thank you very much. That is absolutely awesome. I want to say a big thank you to TrueQuest. Become a YeetManiac. If you do want to get involved in that, I just want to let you know so you don't get disappointed. If you do want to get involved in the interactive universe mode, you do need to be Yeet Maverick. But Yeet Maniac is cool. If you're not bothered about the universe mode, that's absolutely cool. I just want to say a massive thank you for the support. Lucha Bros entrance, it's got to be. It's got to be in the game. The Lucha Bros are brilliant, and I can't wait. Leon Cooper, what's up? Hey, Leon, how are you doing, my boy? We've just been yeeting and talking about WWE 2K26, what we're disappointed with, what we're excited about, some of the new features, superstars matches, and the BFJ project. How is the entrance curved? So this is actually a mod for WWE 2K25 that is on the screen. In WWE 2K26, they haven't even included the curve. So I don't know whether that's just something they've not thought about, or potentially if it's something that they can't incorporate for whatever reason. If modders can do it, I don't see how they can't do it, but it is a fantastic feature. The camera angles this year in WWE 2K26 are going to be like something we've never seen before as well. The reason being because these camera angles are now going to give us interactive entrances, so we can still move our cameras around. We can set pyros off whenever we like. We've got this new thing as well where we can kind of do negative and positive things. So I'm guessing by being positive, we can go and high-five members of the crowd. Or perhaps maybe we can do like Stone Cold and Stone Cold stick the fingers up. Or we can potentially do with the likes of, going to touch someone's hand and pulling away and like shouting at them and stuff like that. All typical heel traits, which obviously if you're a heel superstar, you're going to do the heel things. If you're a face superstar, you're going to be talking to kids and being nice and having photos with them and stuff like that. We could wish. They're probably just going to shake hands and, high-five them and stuff like that. Hey, where do we get to? I think there will be a TNA pack. Yeah, I think there'll be a couple of TNA packs. I think we'll get Nick Nemeth. We'll get Matt Cardona. I think the Iconics will come back into it. I can't remember what they're called in TNA off the top of my head. But I think they'll come back. Their models will be somewhere in the WWE 2K archives. Just update them with their hair color changes and maybe touch up the models a little bit. But they'll make a return to the game. So that is absolutely brilliant. Where do we get to? I pre-ordered the Attitude Edition. Leon Cooper, I think that's going to be the most popular edition. I think £150 for the Monday Night Wars edition is very, very steep. And lots of kids love these games. A lot of kids love the wrestling. I love wrestling. I loved it when I was, growing up back in the noughties, in the 90s. And, I luckily got to experience the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, and now this PG era. My son is just getting into it as well. You know, spending £150 is expensive. And if you've got a couple of kids that all love wrestling, and you like it as well, you want to buy 3 versions of the game, that's £450 for the top price. It's I don't think it's great to command that much for a game, but let me know if you think I am wrong. NWO Live, 2K's marketing for this year's game has been a disappointment so far. NWO Live, we've spoken about that, and I'm in total agreement with you. I think to release a couple of images, a couple of short videos, a couple of entrances, a couple of mocaps, cool. You've got a great game here. Show us. You want us to spend a lot of money. Show us what we're spending our money on. At the moment, a lot of the X account is just tumbleweed spinning round. Why? Why when you have got an absolutely incredible game that you're trying to sell? Why are you doing it to yourselves? I just think it's ridiculous. Let's go and have a look and see if there is anything on Twitter at the moment. See if there's any new update. Why is it not loading up? Loading up. Loading up. Talk amongst yourselves, guys. Right. Has there been any updates from the WWE 2K X account today? You guys might actually know because you've probably been doing what I'm doing and keeping an eye on it as well. But let's see. We've got an upgrade. We've got TrueQuest, who's upgraded to Yeet Maverick. Good man, TrueQuest. TrueQuest can now get involved in the interactive universe mode and will be assigned a superstar. Unfortunately, you don't get to choose TrueQuest, but who would you like to be assigned? If you had a choice, which 3 superstars would you like to be assigned to? Do you think we will see the full ringside pass unlockables before the game is released? I think they have to, because selling a game with still unknowns is very risky, and it might put people off until they actually know what they can unlock and what they can get. But I could see them perhaps maybe not, so there is still vague, so there's hope out there and people are buying the game based off hope. I hope, excuse the pun, I am wrong, but I think they should at least tell us what the unlockables are going to be. I'm hoping they update the Vision entrance with Bron Breakker and Reed. They were shown in a tag team motion of AOP, Authors of Pain. Is that what it was? I didn't even see that. They better update the Vision. The Vision have been together for a while. These are the things they need to be adding to the game. You don't want a game to be outdated from day one, because it's just ridiculous. Black Cat Wrestling, how's it going, Yeet? It's going all good, my man. How are you? I've been following you on YouTube, loving your stuff, mate. You're doing a great job. I'm hoping they update the Vision. Yep, I'm good. I wonder how the WWE draft is going to work in Universe Mode, since we haven't seen the WWE draft in Universe Mode since WWE 2K13. And you know what? 2K26 is kind of like a brand new WWE 2K13. You know, we've got CM Punk as the cover star. We've got Showcase with CM Punk. We've got AJ Lee back in the game. It's very nostalgic. The draft's back in, you know, in a WWE 2K game. I would love for it to be a cutscene with Triple H and your general manager, whether you can choose the general managers from GM mode. But I think what we'll probably have is Triple H having a little cutscene. Then we'll get to go into the My GM kind of mode and we'll choose the superstar from a list. I'm hoping there's not a price incorporated. Perhaps maybe there's 2 versions. Maybe there is like a GM version where you have to be strategic with who you choose. I'm hoping it's more of an open kind of choice. You choose your superstar and you can build your rosters up like that. Maybe there's like 20 televised ones, and then you go into like a behind the scenes camera or a screen where you get to choose the whole roster. But it'd be awesome to see them actually walk out whilst Triple H is there on the stage with that draft, you know, propaganda that is on the stage, or the advertising. The superstar walks out, maybe shakes hands, and then walks it back into the gorilla area. For me, that would be the ideal kind of thing. It would be great for me in a universe mode to have that as my first episode and all these superstars coming out. It makes for a great kind of video. But I think it's going to be probably a mixture of cutscenes and the MyGM version as well. I hope it's not. I hope I'm wrong. We'll find out on Monday. Subscribe to the channel because I will be dropping all of that awesome WWE 2K26 universe mode information when it drops on Monday. I believe it is 7 AM Eastern time, which would be 11 AM Western time. I might have got that mixed up. I'm from the UK, so I'm getting a bit mixed up with my times here. Is 7 AM Eastern 11 Western, or is it the other way around? You guys from America, let me know. And guys, down in the comment section, this is something I want to see. I want to get to know you guys. So let me know where you're watching from. Are you from UK, where it's raining and horrible? Are you from America, where it's probably sunny? You might still have a snowstorm. I don't know. But let's go on. I hope they update the vision. Here's fan. So what's everyone's favourite era of WWE? For me, the heel fan, it's Attitude Era. I grew up with it. All my favourite superstars, the Hardys, Kane, Trish Stratus, Lita, all my favourite superstars are from that era. My favourite current day superstar, LA Knight. I like Pentagon Jr. as well. And who else do I like? I do like Ricky Saints as well. I think he's pretty awesome. I can tell you now, the SideQuest Society is going to say that Joe Hendry is his favourite superstar. Moving on. TrueQuest says, how does everybody feel about the game having a pass? Now y'all... And how do y'all think it's a money grab or worth it? I think it's a money grab. It's going to be worth it because we're going to get all these superstars. But let's not beat around the bush. Let's be transparent. It's a money grab. It's a way for the company to get more money. I don't know if they're anticipating that creating the game next year in all of its current gen ability is going to cost them more. I don't know if that's why they're really plugging a lot of money this year. And I wouldn't be surprised if next year's edition of the game is going to be cheaper. I generally could imagine it. One, because of the backlash of price this year. But two, I think they're funding creating next year's version of the game. Because I think it's going to cost them more. They're going to need, potentially, new engines, better graphics. All of these things cost a lot of money. The heel fan likes the ruthless aggression era. John Cena fan. Randy Orton was massive in that as well. So, yeah, I can absolutely see that. Leon Cooper and YeetMania, I agree with you. $150 is too much, and I'm a fan of their games because I'm 29 years old, so I get what you're saying. £150 for a game. What is the world coming to? £150 could, for us in Europe, yeah, could get us over to France for a day trip and back. I'm going to spend it on WWE 2K26, but, I could go to France for that kind of money. I could go to a theme park. I could go to the cinema 10 times. It's a lot of money. So they better make sure the game has legacy and longevity and lots to do in it. Because if it doesn't, they're in trouble. I think. Let me know. Mistakes were made, 86. What a name. Man, when will you get the devs on the channel? We could donate money and ask them questions. Do you know what? I'd absolutely love to do that. I would love to get 2K devs on the channel. It is one of the things I'm aiming to do. My man, Just Brian, who I'm a massive fan of, and the Pro Wrestling Shoot, Jesse, they've managed to get devs on the channel and talk to them, and I want to do that as well. I want to be able to give back to you guys and get the latest and most groundbreaking news and ask the hard questions as well. I think that's what they get paid to do. I'm not going to... I mean, we were talking, Just Brian was live yesterday, and we were talking about how people always say that us content creators are glazing and, pretty much blowing smoke up the devs' behinds and stuff. We're not. We are excited, which we're allowed to be because, some of the bigger guys like Assemble and Smack Talks, Just Brian, this might be their day-to-day. Well, it is their day-to-day. This is their jobs. So, of course, they're going to be excited about the new game. They're excited about playing it. Because we know we're getting advancements, we know we're getting new features, we know we're getting better aspects. So, yes, they're excited, but we all ask the hard questions. For me, my big question would be, 1, what is Universe going to have in it? 2, why have you stuck with the island when it was factually the least played feature in last year's edition of the game? Why not open it up to a Universe mode? And 3, why have you chosen to go down the Battle Pass route? I get it, but it's more money. They have to appreciate that it feels quite greedy this year, and I don't agree with that. I genuinely don't. If you don't agree with it, then let me know down in the comment section. If you do, let me know. So, let's get back to your comments because there are lots of them. Black Cat Wrestling, glad to hear it. If you'd ever want to collab sometime, let me know. Black Cat Wrestling, my email's on the main page of the channel. Drop me an email. Okay, and we'll discuss, mate. I am all up for collabing with any of you content creators out there. I love the community that we're in. It's fantastic. Leon Cooper, we need to see JC Mateo and Talatonga in the base roster, not DLC. I'm telling you now, they're going to be base roster superstars. They've been with the company for over a year. They better have their new gimmicks. They better have their face paint. They better be MFTs, and they better have their updated entrance. If they don't, then what are WWE 2K doing? Why are you selling us an outdated game, and why are you giving us superstars that have been with the company for over a year as DLC? That's not good enough. So if that does happen, I'm going to be pissed, and I'm sure you guys will be as well. Peyton Royce and Billy Kay tag team is Inspiration, but they just signed with AEW. Have they just signed with AEW? Has that literally happened a few days ago? Okay, news to me. Anyway, Conchiro Jazz, is that right? You've said something in Spanish. I'm gonna say yes. Side quest. What is Conchiro Jazz saying? Charlie, side quest. My son, he speaks Spanish, so hopefully he can help. In Your Sphere is from India. The Heel Fan X and One Peep is from Ohio. What's the weather like in Ohio? Leon Cooper, I'm watching from Memphis, Tennessee, and it's raining. Raining here as well. Sidequest Society is from the UK. The Real Phantom Zone is from Brazil. What's the weather like in Brazil? Phantom Zone. Mackenzie, what's up? I've been watching your videos on YouTube. When will they show actual gameplay and new features added? Universe mode. Mackenzie, it's Monday. The Universe mode information drops, I think, alongside some more of the Creation Suite. But I think, according to what we're being told, is that information is going to drop side by side. So I'm wondering if they're going to show us Universe mode, perhaps maybe with a created superstar, and incorporate just kind of what's going on. Maybe that new superstar is going to get drafted in the Universe mode, and then that's going to kind of run into what we're going to get. Do you guys want more promo options? Do you want more rivalry options in Universe mode? And which feature is it that you play the most? Is it Universe mode? Is it the... How many of you play the island? I want down below for you to let me know how many of you play the island. Because, yeah, as you all know, not an island fan. But you guys might, and you might have enjoyed it. Would I enjoy it? I like wrestling to feel like wrestling. Would I enjoy the island? Please let me know. Because I generally want to hear from each and every single one of you. What I am going to do, I'm just going to do that. So, right. I've just lost my screen with all your comments on it. But yeah, I would like to hear from each and every single one of you, so do let me know. Let's carry on with the comments. Actually, no, I'm going to do a poll. Let's start a poll. Was the island good? Was the island good? Yes. Oops. Yes. And no. Start the poll. Let's get this poll going, guys. Let's just see how many of you like the island. Okay, right. Let's go. Keep going. You can't blame me for loving Joe Hendry. Yes, you do love Joe Hendry, don't you, SideQuest? Mackenzie, you're from Miami, Florida. I'm going to guess it's quite warm. I do know it has been quite cold in Florida, and I think the coldest it's been in many, many, many years. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mackenzie. Leon Cooper, YeetMania, how do you feel about Mania going to Saudi Arabia next year? Not good. Did you watch the Royal Rumble? Did you see the empty seats? Did you see the or hear the no atmosphere? WrestleMania going to Saudi Arabia, I think, is probably one of the worst decisions that has been made in WWE over the recent years. There's just no atmosphere there. For me, living in the UK, I don't go to many well, I've never been to a WWE event. WrestleMania in England. Come on, make it happen. I thought John Cena said before he retires he was going to get that to happen. But I'm disappointed. Genuinely disappointed. Now, where's my poll? No, we've got 5 votes all saying that the island was not good. Guys, remember to fill in the poll. Let us know what you think of the island. Okay. From Brazil, from Florida. YeetMania, how do you feel about Mania going to Stadia? Okay, but I was born in the Attitude Era because I was born in 1996. You were indeed. Did you watch it? And who was your favourite superstar in the Attitude Era? The Real Phantom Zone. I would love to collab sometimes too. Yep, Real Phantom Zone, absolutely. All you got to do is email me down on the channel. Smithy Santarium says Battle Pass would be okay if the game didn't come out every year, 2 to 3 cycle. Yeah, why not create a WWE 2K game where you can just live update it? You can get updated superstars, you can download new models or as DLC, you know, phase some of the older ones out. Have a game that lasts for 2 or 3 years. I'm thinking because of the features, I think it would be hard to pop in new features. And obviously they love to add their new features, their islands and their other money grabbing things. But something like if they were just to do a standalone universe mode with this huge backstage area and update that, it'd be really good. Raining in Ohio, what it was. Uh, absolutely. True Quest, after this past Royal Rumble, I don't think Triple H should be Chief Content Officer anymore. He's getting a lot of heat, but don't forget, Triple H has done a good job as the Chief Content Creator. It's either that or Vince McMahon. I think Triple H is doing a good job. I think he's made some bad decisions recently. I think LA Knight not winning the Rumble was one of them. Roman, I like Roman. I appreciate Roman. I acknowledge Roman. See what I did there. But he's a part-time wrestler. He held the title for the record amount of days in the modern era. But let's give some of these younger superstars a chance. You know, I'll tell you another one of my top superstars. Javon Evans. Make him the youngest ever WWE champion. What a way to re-energize, to get the fans really on board when it comes to WWE 2K26. Or WWE in general. I think it would be just a groundbreaking way to reinvigorate an era of WWE fans. You guys let me know down below what you think, but I think it would be brilliant. Some more comments. True Quest after this part. Remember the island, I mean. Oh, I see what you mean. I never played the island. I wish WWE 2K added WWE LFG because of the show on A&E. Yeah, that would be pretty good. That would be good, Leon. SideQuest Society said, I want to know about a team match on the PS5, WWE 2K26. Sorry, it took a bit of time for me to reply. That's alright, SideQuest, no worries. Mohammed said, I'm watching from the UAE. I love your content, and especially you're one of the few people who is balanced and respectful with their message. I hope you get more subscribers this year, my friend. Mohammed Sad, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that. It's lovely to hear from you guys. I'm glad you're enjoying the content because I love to pump this stuff out, and I hope that I am kind of like down the middle. I don't want to glaze all over a game, but I don't want to shit on it as well. I generally want to stay down the middle because I love the game. Like every game, it will have its pitfalls. It will have its not so good moments, but it will also have its fantastic moments as well. What I'm also going to do, guys, I've never done it before. I'm going to see if we can get some super chats. So I will give. Oh, bear with me. Give away a WWE t-shirt. I've not done this before, so this is literally like brand new for me. What does it do? Did it do it? It did it. Cool. I've just said if I get 10 super chats at £5, $5, I'll give away a WWE t-shirt. I'll buy it from the shop and I'll give it to one of my members. Cycross Society, you've said thank you for that. I'd be okay with Mania being in England. It would be better than Saudi Arabia. Leon Cooper, there is a massive fan base of WWE fans here in the UK. You've seen the European tours. You've seen how popular Europeans are. They love WWE. They want to be involved, but we rarely get that opportunity unless we've got the luxury of hopping on a plane and flying out to America to go and watch it. It's very difficult for us to get to the European places because it's normally on a work day. You know, you can book time off, that's absolutely fine. But I would rather, you know, it be in this country. It does come to England. Again, I'm being probably a bit unfair, but I would love for it to come to England a lot more. Certainly give us a PLE. You know, apart from Clash in the Castle, which was in Scotland, I want a WrestleMania, I want a Royal Rumble, I want a SummerSlam in England. We've got Wembley, we've got the O2 Arena, we've got so many fantastic venues where we could actually have it. So, you know, why not let us have that opportunity? Another shout out, guys. Let us know if you've subscribed, if you're new, and introduce yourself. drop a like on the stream. We have got that super chat goal as well. And of course, if you want to be part of our interactive series, then all you need to do is join, become a Yeet Maverick, and you guys will be involved in the WWE 2K26 interactive universe mode. But let's get back to your comments, because I am actually loving engaging with you all. It is brilliant. Any questions? It's a Q&A about WWE 2K26. Let us know anything you want to talk about. We're here for as long as we can go. Until my wife kicks me out. Side quest, don't tell mum. But moving on, how much from the UAE? We read that. I want creative finisher so bad in a 2K WWE game since it's only next gen now. I don't think it's going to be in this year's edition of the game. I'd love for it to be. I love creating awesome new moves as well and assigning it to my superstar, and then we get to absolutely go and roast that move and toast all of our opponents. Mate, do you think that the wrestling code will ever be released? I don't think so. My favourite superstar from the Attitude Era was The Rock and The Undertaker, says Leon Cooper. Absolute massive. They were brilliant, weren't they? Really, really good superstars. For me, it was Kane. I just loved the mask. I loved the fire. I was obviously a bit of a pyromaniac as a kid. But I was just in awe of it. And when he came second in that Royal Rumble to Stone Cold, I was like, damn, son. But, yeah, I really, really do. I'll tell you what, if we get 10 super chats as well, I'll yeet. I did it earlier. I'm not doing it again. Is that WWE 2K26? Philly B. No, it is not. It is a mod for WWE 2K25. I just wanted something playing in the background that would be quite long. The trailers for WWE 2K26 are very, very short. So I wanted to kind of play something that had, a longer playtime. Thank you, WCDPR. I'm glad that you agree, and I'm glad you're happy with the stream. I really am. Next year, WWE 2K game better have a mask versus mask match. That would be brilliant. And do you know what would be better than a mask v mask match? A heavy hair match. How awesome would that be? Being able to shave the superstar's hair off. I think they could do it. The superstars are all bald anyway until they actually put the hair on. So why not have a hair v hair match? How interesting would that be? Having Trish Stratus v Lita in a hair v hair match. Who wants to see that? Let me know. That means we got to see the Power Ranger outfits from the women. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Obviously, the Saudi Arabia ones, I saw the Power Rangers reference as well. And that would be really, really cool if we could get that. And I want to see these. I really, really do. That means we got to see the Power Rangers. Yep, Mask v Mask is a great idea, actually. It really is. And they could do it. The superstars have their faces under the masks. So why not have Rey Mysterio versus, I don't know, The Fiend? Just two superstars that came to my mind with the masks. The Rumble this year was terrible crowd. It didn't make any noise and it was dead silence. And you could pick that up on TV. It felt dead watching it from home. We were lucky it was in Saudi Arabia because we got to watch it at like 8 o'clock at night. But there was no atmosphere, was there? How many of you were sat there like, oh my god, it's so quiet. There was a pop for Royce Keys, big pop for Roman, Cody and Brock. I think they were the biggest pops. And in the women's match, I think, who was the biggest pop? Brie Bella and Rhea Ripley. The two biggest pop that we could hear from the TV. I don't know what you guys could see or hear. Did anyone actually go? Is there anyone that actually went to the Royal Rumble this year? Let me know how it did feel. True Quest, thank you very much for the $2. You are an absolute gent. Of course, you're going to be in the WWE 2K26 interactive universe mode, but thank you very much for your super chat. It's very appreciative. All the money that gets made goes back into the channel as well. So thank you, True Quest, you absolute legend. The King, G56, a Kane, Taker, Rock, and Stone Cold. I am going to guess that they are your favourite superstars from the Attitude Era. Why did you name your channel YeetMania? I don't know. It used to be WrestleMania, but then I thought Wrestle was too much like wrestle, which was the whole idea. But then I thought, what's quite current, what's popular in WWE? People yeeting, mania. So I just went for YeetMania. I quite liked it. You guys let me know what you think. Heel fit. My favourite wrestler is Christian Cage. I assume yours is Jey Uso. Do you know what? I do like Jey Uso. I've actually gone off him. Not since he won the Rumble. I was pleased he won the Rumble. But I went off him because he was just kind of been rammed down our throats a little bit. I don't like this whole play it back thing. Like, it's a bit cheesy. And it's for the kids, I think. Obviously, I know WWE is a massive child fan base. But it's just a bit like, meh. yeah, okay, let's kind of maybe change things up a little bit. My favorite wrestler, a heavy hair match would be good. Yeah, the King. I love a heavy hair match. How awesome would that be to see people actually, getting their head shaved? It happened in WWE. I think it happened in a showcase a few years back. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in an older version of the game. I think it might have been WWE 2K13 or 14, but I think it was the Kurt Angle Edge match, and you got to shave Kurt Angle's hair in it. So it can happen, and it has been done. So I don't see why they couldn't put it in a game. I'm literally playing the island. It's okay. It has legs. It's something to do. Like if the ringside battle pass worked, it would be okay. I'm glad Roman won the Rumble. You're glad Roman won the Rumble? There, that were more deserving to win the Royal. I get why Roman has. He's a big face in the company, or big person in the company. He's only won it once. They obviously want to put another accolade on him as a double time winner. WWE 2K should get rid of the island, my faction, but keep my GM mode. Oh, we got some buffering, have we? Hold on, let me see what I can do. How is the stream looking now, guys? Are we still buffering, or are we better? Side quests, could you let me know if we're buffering, or if we're back to normal? Let's see. Streamy. Are we good, or are we still buffering? I hope we're not buffering. Well, let me know if we are still buffering. I hope we're not. But the island. Well, the island, I get it. It's a great place to play if that is your cup of tea. If it's not, then I get why you'd be disappointed with it. Because it's not wrestling. We don't go to islands to wrestle on TV. We don't try and get, you know, I don't know. The island for me is just one of those weak points of the game. What content will we see on the channel once the game is released? NWO Life, I'm glad you have asked, my friend. We are doing a interactive universe mode where viewers get opportunities to say and be part of what goes on. If you become a YeetMania channel member, you get assigned a superstar as well. How well that superstar does in the series could win you prizes. So if you get Roman Reigns and he wins the Rumble, you get a prize. If he goes to WrestleMania to win, then you will also get a prize. If he doesn't win anything, unfortunately, you won't. If Akira Tozawa goes in and wins a tag team championship, you'll win a prize. If Blake Monroe wins a championship, you win a prize. All of these superstars will win you prizes. All you gotta do is be a Yeet Maverick level to do that. We're still buffering and we're still getting a bit of lag, I can see. So let's see just what we can do. Can some of you guys still hear me? Could you just let me know down in the comment section if you can hear me okay now, or if we are still lagging and still buffering. I don't want to carry on with the stream if all we're going to get is lag and buffering. So please let me know. Ooh, have they updated the 2K account? Nope, I don't think so. Let's have a look. WWE 2K. The last thing that was on there was the new commentary video. So no, they have not updated that, which is very disappointing. Like I say, guys, if you could let me know down below just how the stream is doing. We good? We good, people? Or are we really struggling now? Oh, I think we might be back. Are we back, guys? Are we back? Or are we not? I'll keep going. Anyway, so what do you guys think about the island? Generally, like, I'd rather have wrestling in an arena. But let's talk about my faction now. Now, my faction, again, I don't particularly play. I love Persona cards. I love being able to get different versions of superstars. But I don't want to plow more money into a game that I've already bought once. You know, I buy the DLCs as well. I don't want to buy... I don't have to spend money on just getting a Persona for a superstar. Why would I? I don't know. Okay. what I'll do, guys, I am going to stop the stream. And I'll stream probably tomorrow now. And we'll have another good catch up. But it's obviously lagging a little bit. So I'll get all that sorted. And we will catch up soon. I just want to say a big thank you for watching today. I know we've had some troubles near the end with the streaming quality. But we will go and absolutely smash the streams again. If you do want to join, become a channel member. Yeet Maverick to get involved in the universe mode. And